Hey, podcaster, super fun one for a Friday tonight. We got some incredible stories about guys just whipping out the guitar to try and serenade girls. Plus, we played our fun game again where we got your last name and your partner's last name and basically said which one's shitter. Enjoy.
Live across Australia. This is Ben, Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova.
Second chance, second chance, second chance.
Second chance, talkback.
Second chance.
On your radio.
Second chance.
Well, this is the time of the evening where you can call 13 24 10. If there's any phoners you missed throughout the week, this is your second chance. You could do, why'd you leave the one night stand? What's in your phone notes? How'd you know you were poor? Or maybe, have you worn a disguise? I liked that one last night.
If you get involved, we have got prizes up for grabs.
We'll start off with Trish in Brizzy. Good evening, Trish. Now, you're calling for terrible tattoos. This was your friend. What does she have?
She has a cupcake on her vajayjay with a cherry on top.
Interesting. Like, when you say on, like, where?
At the top,
I imagine it'd be on the pubis mondus.
yeah, the little, the pumpa part.
Yeah, right.
The part. But, yeah, she was like, I've got to show you something. And that's what she showed me. And
Probably wanted you to eat it.
Well, she is that way inclined, so she probably did.
Oh, yeah, it's all sort of making sense now.
Trish, thank you very much.
It's second chance talkback on Nova. Monique, you're calling for men are pigs. Why?
So first date with a guy, he ended up taking me to a food court for dinner, which he thought was a great idea. He then continued on our way home. In the car, he continued to tell me how much more fitter his ex-girlfriend was, and I wasn't fit enough for him.
Right. Is that why he was taking you to the food court, you reckon? He was trying to get some MSG into you, thicken you up a little bit. No, you look hungry. Have some more sweet and sour pork. Go on. That'll go straight to your thighs and I'll love it.
My ex was way bigger. Keep eating. At the moment we are doing second chance talkback. Kylie has given us a buzz. Your husband snuck alcohol past security. How did he do it?
He actually snuck bourbon inside a catheter bag. So he doesn't actually require a catheter, but we're able to get our hands on a catheter bag, which he tied around the inside of his thigh.
Where were you going that required you to do that?
We were going to a music festival.
That's the thing. If they catch the catheter bag and they see like the brown liquid in it,
brown.
no one's questioning that. They're going like, oh, like it just looks like there's like renal failure or something gross going on.
Until they see him drinking it.
Yeah. Well, they're really about that poor man. He has some real issues, that guy.
Sabrina Carpenter, Taste. That is a brand new song off of her brand new album, Short and Sweet. She was born in 1999.
Yeah.
That makes you feel
very
old.
Makes me feel weird now for, you know. But I'm just like, oh my God, Sabrina Carpenter. Just like, that's a weird.
Okay.
It feels like quite young.
You're literally only 2 years older than her.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Did you see, to launch a new album, she was doing an interview on a radio station, and the host, it was so cringy, the host pulled out a guitar and started singing to her, and she was mortified.
It's not where I want to start.
Oh my God. What's happening?
What's happening?
Oh, no.
I want to start.
Wait, do you do this a lot? Are you going to serenade me?
I like how it's saying low. Even like I like how he's like, what is this happening? What am I doing here? What have I got here? Oh, it's a little guitar. Okay. I've only got half an hour with you, but I'm going to spend 15 minutes playing guitar at you.
13, 24, 10. Did he pull out the guitar?
It's actually like the grossest thing that a guy can do to try and woo you. It's the biggest dick in the world. It's horrendous.
Imagine that. So you just gone back to someone's house. And you're like, hey, make yourself comfortable. Grab yourself a drink. Oh, what have we got over here? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really play that much. I just sort of muck around on it a little bit. Yeah, I know a couple of chords.
Honestly, unless you're Ed Sheeran, you have no right. Casey in Sydney. Oh, my gosh. Did he pull out the guitar?
Guys, it should be illegal to pull out a guitar in a post-Barbie movie world. But yeah, this happened to me in real life. It was like post-sesh, and we were just chatting about like
I don't know how we got onto it, but I mentioned that I'd performed the song Valerie at like a Year 7 talent show, and he immediately like pulled out a guitar and started playing it to me, and it was the worst moment of my entire life.
Was he trying to do it like acoustically as well? Why don't you
Yeah,
come on over,
like
Valerie?
the proper like pre-Amy, like the slow cutback version. And like, I think he thought it was like impressive, but I just kind of immediately wanted to leave after that, especially because it was like a childhood story.
Yeah, for sure. He's just like sitting on a stool, puts like a flannel shirt on. Valerie.
Casey, thank you very much for getting involved. I will give you a prize for calling up. We're going to give you a $100 Soul Origin voucher.
Oh my God, thanks.
That is all yours. Soul Origin's new baguette deli range is here, and it is so delicious.
Yeah, look, there's more where that came from. So 13, 24, 10. Did he pull out the guitar? We want to hear from you. Lauren in Melbourne. He didn't, did he?
Yes, I had someone sing me the Jewel song where it goes, "You were meant for me and I was meant for you," and then he made like full eye contact and didn't break eye contact while he said those words.
Ew.
And it was the biggest ick. I was just out of there. No, thank you.
What's the context of this, Lauren? Where were you with him and who is he?
It was someone that when I was 19, we dated, maybe been on maybe 4 dates, but nothing completely serious yet. And it was heading in the serious direction until he did that.
Yeah. Nah, he cooked it. Kim in Brizzy. Did he bring out the guitar?
Hi, guys. Well, this happened to my mum, and it was way before my time. I wasn't even thought of. But my mum was serenaded at a place called The Cave, which is up at Redcliffe, where lots of musos would come and try out their equipment, their new songs and things. And my mum was a little bit of a flirt, but not too much of a flirt. But the guy that serenaded her was Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees, and it's a big family joke that if he'd only have flirted a tiny bit more, he might have been my dad.
And I don't wanna be alone.
Quite a funny person to be hit on by as well. Like the Bee Gees very famously had horses like that. So it's like, if he was sort of like, "Can I buy you a drink? Hey, do you come to the cave often? I'm in a group called the Bee Gees with my brothers."
Darren in Queensland. This is a different instrument, is that right?
Yeah. I started dating or seeing a girl for, pretty much 5 minutes, and I got to her place and she pulled out the bongo drums. And then she started saying she was a hippie and all that, and she had fertility fire at the back and she wanted to dance naked with me and all that. And I just, nah, I'm out of here. But I took off when I went to the toilet. I snuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't sound like that bad of a time, right?
Yeah. The fertility flyer and the dancing naked sounds pretty cool, but the drums are probably a bit much.
No, Darren does not sound like that kind of person at all. The biggest pop news this week, obviously the divorce between Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Very sad. And the update today, with all divorces, J-Lo has now filed with the divorce to also get the name Affleck off her name. So 2 years ago when they got married, she got the name Affleck chucked onto the end.
So
and
was
now,
it like the Aff? So she was like J-Lo, like J-Loaf? She J-Loaf? I don't read the magazines, so I'm just...
She wasn't actually.
The loaf. Yeah, the loaf didn't catch on. I would have thought that would have sold some tickets. J-Loaf.
Well, she said that she only took his name when they got married to be really romantic, and it was a sweet thing to do. But now it's come out and she's been like, no, get it off. I hate it. She's gone back to just J-Lo. So we want to try something tonight. Give us a buzz on 13 24 10. Give us your last name and your partner's last name. Don't tell us which is which, and we'll tell you which is better.
Yep.
So if you're engaged or you are married, tell us your last names and we'll judge whether it's good or bad, just like J-Lo had Affleck. 13 24 10. Let's kick it off with Kelly in Sydney. First up, how long have you and your partner been together?
8 years.
8 years, okay. So it's been some time now. Give us the two last names without any context and we'll tell you which one's better.
It is Minogue
and Bertram.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you got to go
I
Minogue.
think everyone's, it's obviously Minogue. Like, Minogue's way better.
And so, Kelly, before you got married,
Yes,
what was your last name?
it was Minogue.
Oh, you're kidding. You took Bertram?
No, I didn't. No, I kept it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Minogue.
yeah, you
Oh.
would keep, Kelly, you would definitely keep Minogue.
I was going
There
to
is
say,
no
yeah,
budging.
that's a tough sell to be like, no, I really think, like, I'm from a long line of Bertrams, and I think it actually sort of rolls off the tongue
Assuming
nicely.
that she'd take it.
Kelly,
No.
how did they take it when you said you're going to keep Minogue?
Oh, look, it's always a bit controversial, even with other people, with friends. But when they sort of hear it, they go, oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
Yep.
And no relation to Kylie and Danny, or
Not that I know of, unfortunately. But, you
Yeah.
know, if she's out there and she wants to meet me,
why not? Why not?
Shoot your shot, Kelly. Janice joins us now in Sydney. Janice, you've been married for how long?
31 years.
31
Wow, all right. Well,
years.
congratulations. That's a long, happy marriage. Now, give us those two last names, Janice.
Barnacle and Wilson.
No way. No way. Okay, well, I mean, obviously Wilson is the better last name.
No. I would 100% be Belle Barnacle.
Well, unless, yeah, they were tied up with a certain seafood chain or
Yeah,
something.
obviously Wilson would be the better. So now you're married. What is your last name?
My new name is Barnacle.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Your name is Janice Barnacle.
Was there ever a discussion to keep Wilson?
No, not really. I think that was the right thing back then. 31 years ago, that's what you did.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but so
rough.
Janice, when you were walking down the aisle and you knew, yeah, back then, 30 years ago, it was like you had to take it. Were you like, oh, God? Like,
Yeah. And they would have done that thing where, like, you've just done the vows, you've signed, and they go, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Barnacles for the very first time.
Sally in Melbourne, can you please tell us the two last names?
Lockhart and Trump.
Interesting. Well, I suppose it depends what side of the political fence you fall on, but I would say Lockhart.
Yeah, but the name Trump carries power with it.
It has Grasman.
Regardless.
Yeah, it has a bit of, yeah.
But I feel like like, Lockhart is like a very safe, sturdy,
it's also
strong last name.
one of the characters from Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think I think if you had to decide between those two last names, you'd have to go Lockhart, right?
I think Lockhart.
Nah, I'd
Yeah.
go Trump.
You'd go Trump.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, well, we know what Belle's going to be voting. Make America great again. Build that damn wall, she's saying.
So, Sally, give us the context of the last names then. Whose is whose?
Yeah, I married a Trump. So I'm now a Trump.
You took Sally Trump. Sally Trump. And, it would have been like, oh, yeah, funny, the guy from The Apprentice for like a long time. And now it's like, oh, it's quite serious. Oh, he's been shot in the ear, has he? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh.
Thanks, Sally.
'Cause Friday night's the night we like. What you doing this weekend?
Colleen in Melbourne, what's going on this weekend?
This weekend I'm doing the Fred Hellos walk, so just clocking up my kilometres and hopefully going to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
How much are you walking?
80 to 100.
Fred would be proud. Good on ya. Nev in Sydney, what have you got planned for this weekend?
I am actually heading off now to see Tones and I in the Horden Pavilion.
Oh, good on you, Nev. Did you win those tickets on our show?
I did indeed, sir.
Oh, I love it, Nev. I got to say, I love how you say Horden Pavilion. Can you say it for us one more time?
Horden Pavilion.
Yeah, I love to hear it. Good on you, Nev. You enjoy your night, fella.
What you doing this weekend?
Maria in Perth, what are your plans?
I work in the local bowling club. They've got a big carnival on Sunday because they're showcasing their new synthetic lawn and they can win prizes. So this is all proper, yeah.
What's the best prize up for grabs?
A few $1,000s.
Whoa! Gee
Could get into
whiz.
lawn bowls.
Yeah, I reckon. I might have to watch that on KO this weekend. Sounds pretty serious. Steph in Adelaide, what's happening this weekend?
I'm going ice skating.
Cute! I love ice skating.
Just the ice arena in Theberton, is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
You should pop to Stepney's next door and buy like a suit of armour or a bear or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyone who's not from Adelaide has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, nah.
Have a good time, Steph.
Peter in Brizzy, what's going on this weekend?
Oh, not much, guys. Just doing some painting and doing some sanding.
What was the last thing you said there?
Just doing some sanding.
Oh, sanding. I thought you said tandem. I was like, what was that? It's like a sex thing or something? Or...
What you doing this weekend?
13, 24, 10. What ruined your holiday? Last night we were talking honeymoons from hell, and Scott called up and told us about his hectic night in Mexico.
Went to Cancun, thought I might go out and see a bit of the town. Car pulled over. The guy pulled out his gun and robbed me, took my watch, made me go to an ATM and take money out. The next day I went to the police station to report it and saw the guy that robbed me working there. So
Getting mugged by a cop in Mexico.
That's awful.
It's pretty bad.
What if it was just his twin?
Maybe.
Benefit of the doubt. Jamie in Adelaide, what ruined your holiday?
Well, I'll preface this by saying I speak Swedish, but I was over in Sweden on a solo holiday by myself. Nice ski resort, spent a few days skiing. But last day I was there, go to the pub, go out, have a bit of fun. Drank a little bit too much. Got a cab home. Might have fallen asleep in the cab on the way home. They could not wake me up, unfortunately. I woke up to the Swedish police screaming at me, "Are you on drugs? Are you on drugs? What drugs are you on?" And they look pretty terrifying, by the way. And eventually talked them down and said, "No, look, I'm not on drugs. I've just had too much to drink. It's okay." Showed them my Aussie passport, the fact that I could speak Swedish. We all had a laugh, and they let me back in the hotel room.
Jeez, close one. Lucky you finished with those drugs you had in your pocket, I suppose.
Okay.
Jamie, thank you very much for sharing. Keep your calls coming. 13 24 10. What ruined your holiday? We have got Uber Eats vouchers to give away.
Christine in Brizzy.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
I took my son to Queensland and we did the duck boat where they drive around.
Oh, the aqueduct.
Probably 3 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of the same one. It's the only bus that is also a boat, which is also shaped like a duck in Queensland.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And the boat, the bus actually went from the road to the water, but it goes really fast, and they never give us warning. So my son hit the back of his head on the seat, on the metal part of the seat.
Bloody
so
hell.
Then I had to take him to the hospital. So that totally ruined my holiday.
Oh, Christine. Yeah, no, I could have told you that the aqueduct is pretty extreme. I wish someone warned you. Definitely wear a bike helmet next time. Justin in Melbourne, what ruined your holiday?
So my holiday was ruined because I got stung by a bee just as we were going to the airport, and I had to stay in hospital for 3 weeks, and my holiday was also for 3 weeks.
Hang on, why did you have to stay in a hospital for 3 weeks from a bee sting?
Because I'm allergic to bees, and whenever I get stung by a bee, I have to go straight to hospital.
Yeah, right. Does it go full, like, that picture of Bear Grylls where his face is like the Elephant Man?
No, it swells up pretty bad. It goes from a red to a purple, and then all this green gunk and pus gets in there. And then I had to stay in hospital, and from there, we had to leave from the hospital straight to the airport because we weren't going to stay on our holiday.
Oh, man, Justin, you'd be sitting there in the waiting room in the hospital, and, there's two people in there with like bruised heads, and they're like, "What happened to you?" And you're like, "Oh, I got stung by a bee, I'm allergic." You're like, "What happened to you?" And he's like, "Oh, I hit my head on the aqueduct." It was, they don't warn you when it goes from the road into the water. And it's really did a number on me.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.